Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. In the last episode we completed our season journey for Slayer and we've embarked on the champion one. One of the things I was just having a look at is reach greater rift level 40 solo, and I've just done Torment 8 regular rift in a reasonable time. It wasn't like the fastest, but it was certainly survivable. So we're going to jump straight from level 30 up to level 35 here. We're going to see how we get on. I'm not going to bother empowering it because we're running a bit low on money. But we should be pretty survivable in this. Let's get rid of that. And I've changed over Krelm's buff belt, which wasn't really providing us any benefit, for a Court of the Sherva that I happen to have ready to go in the queue. And that was just purely convenient that it happened to be there. So not only are we pretty much stunning everything that comes along, but we're also blinding everything that comes along. Casual survivability just through obscurity. That's the name of the game at the moment. And this is a bit of a test just to see if we've got the speed that we need to be able to get through this effectively. I'm pretty certain that we've got the survivability. And it looks like we should be able to manage the speed factor of it as well. Even on bad rolls like this one. I mean, this one doesn't look like it's a particularly good rift to have. It's a shame that Court of the Sherva doesn't affect the amount of damage that we output. Like if it had the same effect as the slow time, that would be absolutely ideal. But alas, it does not. Right, let's get that chap popped as quickly as we can. There we go. Grab all those nicely ahead of time. Okay, this is probably a dead end, but we'll just explore it anyway. Oh, no.
I'm so good.
Yeah, if that could like just drop a blizzard on them and freeze them, or do the extra damage that we're doing from this, that would be perfect. As it is, it's just a bit of extra utility crowd control, which is always useful, I suppose. But it's not going to help us kill things faster, it's just going to stop us dying. Mostly. Mostly, of course, because there's still always the chance that we're going to die just by incompetence. Right, let's kill these, and then we'll grab that conduit pylon. And then we'll get the hell out. Jeez, that was a dangerous explosion to be in. We're going to carry on moving forwards anyway, which may be a mistake. We'll find out in a moment. We just need to be a little bit more careful and not stand in any explosions. If we see anything that's explosive, we run away, okay? Anyone sees anything explosive, shout at the monitor and say, "Don't die, you stupid fool. It's explosive. Run back. Stay safe." Likewise, we're also looking to not get frozen or walled in or anything like that.
Not ready yet.
It's a shame getting a level doesn't reset the cooldown on that. But we seem to be doing okay. Yeah, it's about to wear off. Unless we die in the next couple of seconds, we should be good. Oh god, run back. It's worn off, but we're just going to be a little bit careful about stepping into the room with nasty, nasty beams of purple doom. Grab that and just dodge. So the other thing that we could potentially do to improve our survivability is put something like the Talisman of Arafok, or whatever it's called. The thing that stops us taking arcane damage or fire damage, or whichever one we happen to be most suffering from. Really, Moltons are probably our biggest threat. Everything else is kind of avoidable. So fire damage would be my primary choice, and I don't know if we have the fire damage one. But it's something we can keep our eyes peeled for. And I think that would be better than getting the
Still waiting.
ancient amulet re-rolled. Sorry, Hellfire amulet re-rolled. If we get the Hellfire amulet re-rolled, I mean, it'll be good, of course. But what we'll end up re-rolling it for is Blur, which is just a 17% flat reduction across the board. Not anything to sniff at, of course. It's pretty good, that. But complete immunity to fire damage would probably be better for us. Oh yeah, we've got loads of time on this. So we could have taken our time and maybe gone for a higher difficulty. So I think we'll be able to do Torment 40 at this level without needing better equipment. If we're careful and get a good roll and a bit lucky. Which means that the real thing that we need to worry about is being able to do a Torment 10 rift in 6 minutes. And that we may need help for. We may need to call on Matrix to give us a hand. Just because he can go one direction, I can go another, and getting through the rift together like that will probably be faster. Even though the mobs will be a little bit harder to kill, I reckon it's something that would be worth entertaining. Right, channeling pylon, all about
Need more time.
no cooldowns. That's what this is all about. It's all about no cooldowns. So we're slowing time everywhere around us. It's a shame mobs don't just take damage for being in the slow time. But then again, I'm basically asking for the game to play itself at that point.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
You know, we're about half time. That's not bad. Need more damage output though to be able to move through higher levels faster. I should probably find out what the life difference between Torment 10 and Torment 8 is, because this is the equivalent of Torment 8.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
And this is of course a greater rift where everything is specifically put together so that it helps you get through it. And a regular rift, it would just be luck of the draw as to whether we get something that's nicely arranged or whether we need to go hunting for mobs. Let's get those. So slow time on you, and then we'll chase you down and blast you.
Still waiting. Didn't see that coming, did you?
It still does a fair amount of damage just like running up to them and stabbing them.
Not ready yet. I'm unstoppable.
The Rift Guardian.
Okay, Rift Guardian time. Let's make sure our buffs are fully refreshed. Slow time on you, Miss Infernal Maiden. And another one for good measure. And another for good measure. Let's back off just a little bit.
Need more time.
I think they actually all ended up hitting the ceiling. Oh no, they're going out. They were just hitting the Templar. Definitely manageable, even with these doing their annoying little twisty thing. Whoa ho ho! 35. Templar Relic, bunch of stuff, blood shards, and we can do our legendary gem. Right, now Simplicity Strength is up to 90%. Finally. Oh, come on, Wreath of Lightning. Oh. 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3 at 90%. That's how much the game hates me. Alright, let's head back to town, and we will do another one of those, because that was quite fun. In fact, you know what? I'm going to up the difficulty just a little bit more, because then it will be 100%. And then it won't fail. Right, extra life, always good. That's going to improve our shield as it comes back. Let's ID this. We're going to salvage it, whichever one it is, unless it's... Okay, how does that actually compare to this one? So, strength, vitality, so 747 strength. It's got slightly more strength. It doesn't have any chance to block, so we're going to chuck it away. That's really what it comes down to. We're going to roll off the vitality no matter what. Then it's just what other useful stats does it have on it, and that one had nothing. Okay. Put these all down. And we will go straight back in, and we're going to up it to 37. Fingers crossed, people. Pop, pop, pop. Starting off well. And it's important to get that first slow time out, because that slow time is a 50% damage reduction right there. And then as long as you keep putting one down every 8 seconds or so, obviously it improves your kill speed, helps take mobs out, but more importantly, it keeps you alive.
I need arcane power.
Put one on you, do 3 stabs. Not a particularly brilliant setup, this one, but it's going okay-ish, I guess. Now, with this particular build, there are some pylons that work a lot better. Shield pylon, of course, helps you stay alive, always brilliant. Conduit pylon, not so useful. What's more useful for us is a power pylon, because that's a direct damage increase all the time. Very useful. Speed pylon, pretty good, helps you move around. Channeling pylon also is of some benefit, but mostly we're not in need of it because of the way we manage what we're putting out. Speaking of shield pylons, there's one just over there. Get that. And now we need to find a nice group that we can cluster together. And take advantage of the fact that we're invulnerable. We are really not getting lucky with mobs in this one. Right. Shield pylon is still on us, so I don't care about any of the explosions. Let's just focus on getting this guy killed quickly. And that is much better. Being able to run straight into the middle of big packs like that,
still waiting.
Very beneficial. It's not up that way that we want to go, so it's going to be back this way. Let's just make sure that the buffs stay on. And what's up? Nope, not that way. Oh, this place is horrible. The game wants to keep me away from the objective. That's what it is. It wants to keep me away from being able to do the Greater Rift level 40. Right, I used my healing potion just a little bit there because it did make it through my shield, and it was horrible close quarters. So I thought better to be safe than squished. And of course, the more Paragon levels we get, the more survivable we'll be, the better our kill speed will be, and all kinds of other stuff.
Need more arcane power.
So this build is only going to get better as we improve our levels.
Need more time.
This is certainly not the fastest run though. And it's not because we're under-leveled, it's because this place is just appalling. I mean, look at it. And we could, of course, do with more Paragon levels, but horrible cold-based mobs with huge amounts of health, badly spaced other mobs. very few yellow and blue packs. I can't wait to move on to the next level, actually. If we find the way down, we are just going to go.
Still waiting.
Does that just link back? No, it does go around quickly. Conduit pylon, I'll take it. A little bit of extra damage. It's not as good as the other ones for us, but every bit helps at this point. And actually, it's doing reasonable damage. Maybe it does scale with your difficulty level. I did think it was limited though, so... Well, at this point, I've got no idea. I'll take it as a boon for what it is. It is extra damage that's coming in. Jesus. Whatever it was that hit us there, that hurt. Let's blame you. Did not go all the way through our shield and health, but it wasn't for lack of trying. Still think we're fine. Still absolutely fine. It's only because we're rushing, because this damn rift is pushing us to. That's what it comes down to, and that's going to be our biggest problem when we hit the Torment 10 one. We're going to have to rush, which means we're going to have to take silly risks. Unless we get like a perfect rift roll, which is unlikely if I'm honest. It has happened before. We've got some really nice ones when we've been running other seasons. But they are statistically improbable. Right, let's get a whole load of death going in here on these guys. And you. Nice. This is a much nicer place. I say much nicer. It's not amazing, but it is compared to the previous place. This is Nirvana.
Your grave awaits.
Okay, we've got speed pylon. Let's take advantage of it. Get a nice pack together.
I'm just warming up. Need more arcane power.
That's okay. I can get arcane power easily enough by waiting. Oh, huge pack just mown down by a single arcane orb. I love it. I love it so much.
Still waiting. By all reason. You dare attack me?
Yeah, I'd definitely say that there's an argument for us being able to do a Great Rift level 40. This is 37, so there's still 3 more levels to go, but...
Need more time.
This is manageable. And with better legendary gems as well, which we're going to be getting from doing these gems, it won't take long before we're comfortable at that level, rather than just kind of pushing to see how fast we can go, how quickly. Let's make sure those are refreshed. Put down a slow time because we need it, otherwise we're going to get killed.
Still waiting.
Let's just back up from there. Stop walling!
How does that feel?
Goddamn guys. Stop all your ranged stuff. Stop all your meteors.
Not ready yet.
Hell, just lie down on the floor and wait for me to come round, and I'll electrocute you, defibrillate you, and put you to sleep. Put you to sleep. Put you to sleep.
The Rift Guardian has found.
Okay. Tradition. Hey, buddy. Now, Perdition is a bit of a fun one to fight because he does summon mobs, which means periodically we're getting that extra damage reduction. Ooh, that actually hurt. Let's back off just a tiny bit.
Still waiting.
Mostly we don't want him to one-shot us, and he wasn't anywhere near doing that. Wow, look at all that loot. Potion, spear, helm, amulet, and shoulders, and a ton of gems and stuff. Okay, so that took 942. Or was that 942 we had left? No, that took 942. We're not going to switch over to that. So it's a fair bit of time left to go. 100%. Let's see you fail now, Wreath of Lightning. There we go. That's what I thought. Okay. Bane of the Trapped. Simplicity, Strength. Identify the rest of these, and we'll also assign that Paragon point. Obviously, Tower Rush's Allegiance. The Empyrean Messenger. And Leoric's Crown. Not bad, Hall. We're not going to use any of them, but we'll hold on to the Dashing Portals of Despair because we can try and re-roll those now into those trousers. In fact, I think that's exactly what we're going to do.
I am stronger still.
So we'll just put that Paragon point in there. We'll put that Paragon point in there. And we need these and these. Let's go straight to the cube. So to re-roll a set item into a different set item, you need 1, the set item. You need 10 Forgotten Souls and 10 Death's Breaths. That did not work. Well, it did work, it's just it didn't give us what we wanted. Even taking the, is it shift? Yeah. Actually, swapping over to that one would be better for us. So we're going to do that very quickly. We may end up cycling some of our items. Let's go to Shen. Let's take the gems out. So Shen, remove the gems from this, please. There you go in this. Which is just better for us. That's 10% more health. Wow. And now this one gets re-rolled. So once again, 10 of each. And the item, and it's given us gloves. Well, these gloves are better, so let's swap over to those. Wow, those are quite a bit better, actually. This is not a bad way of improving your equipment, just saying. And it's an expensive way of doing it, of course. Those are worse, so let's keep them in. And there are the trousers, the leg guards of mystery. We're going to lose a little bit of toughness. We're going to lose a tiny bit of damage just initially, but once we get the second gem in there, it will be much better. But more importantly, we can change that over for Weird Ward. Changing it over for Weird Ward is a good thing for us. It is such a good thing. That's extra stun on everything that we're doing. Right, we need to go back to Shen, of course. So Shen, you're going to take the gem out of this for me, please. And while we're at it, let's get as much as we can in fact, as much as we can in the way of topazes crafted up. 1 royal topaz. It's close. So that one in there, that one in there. I think we've got a slight damage increase and a slight health decrease, but overall I'm pretty happy with that. That goes in our hunting gear, and it can have one of those for good measure. We could have taken a bit out of there, but I want those for my other character. Let's put that in there, put that in there, and right. So Tower Ashes, we've now got a spare one of these that we can re-roll perhaps into a different part, maybe later on. Fears enemies within 12 yards. We're not going to keep that, but we will plonk it in there for... yeah, we're going to make a collection of potions over time, I'm sure. This can get salvaged, this can get salvaged, this can get salvaged. And then we can talk with Kadala about belts. Now, we could still talk about helmets because we still need the Swami for our other character. But belts to finish off this build is really what I'm wanting. So, belt, 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 bloody Kadala. Alright. Well, we got another bit of Tower Ashes. So that can also go in here for potentially re-rolling at some point. Let's salvage up those belts. And we will put those there. Right, I think we've got time for one more Greater Rift. We're a little bit tougher. So let's push it up to 38 rather than 39. And see how we do.
Embrace your power.
Always wanted to fight some of these.
Back on out of the explosions. This is actually a pretty good roll for clustering of mobs together. So let's not screw it up and die horribly. Ooh, let's stand in the middle of that because that'll help. It would be so nice if we had the Shame of Delcir. Just that extra damage on top of everything could be a huge amount.
You dare attack me?
Wow, when that Convention of Elements triggers, that's what I'm talking about. And that's the kind of damage that the Shame of Delcir is going to make us do with the Spectral Blade. It's going to turn it into an obscenely powerful... I mean, in a way, it already is an obscenely powerful weapon, but it's just really going to hammer it home just how overpowered and how unfair it is that we're using it.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
And the Fragment of Destiny. We still need the Fragment of Destiny. The two combined will improve our attack speed by 50% each, and the amount of damage we do by, I think it's 200% and then 100%. It's going to be so unfair, and that's really what I'm looking forward to.
Unstoppable.
Right. Did we get... Yeah, we did get the... I thought for a moment I just missed the power pylon. Which wouldn't be very like me, but, you know, you get carried away with what's going on. It can happen. I'm sorry, I got distracted by all the awesome killing I was doing, and I didn't realise that I hadn't started doing even more awesome killing. First world problem.
I need arcane power.
Just look how quickly we are mincing our way through this. And this isn't even our final form. We're going to go up this way. It may loop back on itself, but we'll check to find out. Nope, it goes its own way. Good. And there's some blues up there. So I like the way this is looking.
Not ready yet.
What I really need is infinite arcane power. Then I can just do stuff without worrying about the implications of it. I need a permanent channeling pylon. I know I said I'm not like hugely fond of them compared to like power pylons, but they are useful situationally. Like once you've built up the Triumvirate stacks, you can just then arcane orb without worrying about running out. Another Paragon level coming. Wow. The extra experience from doing this. Just getting the set has boosted us so much.
Grave awaits.
And that's really what having a decent plan for a build is about. It's about synergizing the items together. And I don't mean like in a business synergy way. I just mean in stacking stuff that's useful together that complements each other so nicely.
Your defenses are nothing.
And these really do. And this is such a fun build. I mean, look at it. Woo! I love it. I love it so much. Right, let's put that down. And once again, up in the sky. Just got to remember periodically to use your primary attack so that you do put the triumph rate stats on. Because it like triples the damage of the arcane orb. And our triumph rate is not even the best one. If I just mouse over it, it's only 179%.
Need more time.
Right, we need to be careful with these guys because these guys can explode. And they can wall as well. And knockback. The knockback's not too much of a problem.
I don't have enough arcane power.
And take a breather and step in. Oh, jeez. Knockback's not too much of a problem, he says, immediately getting knocked back by the one that he couldn't see because it hadn't quite loaded in yet. This is not nearly as scary as fighting Malthael on Torment 7. I'm just going to say that right now. Some fights are a lot tougher than their actual level, and that is one of them. The Souls of Evil at Torment 10 is going to be a very difficult fight. Mostly because of the big fight against the Uber Shadow Realm Diablo. Once that starts spitting out its lightning combination beam thing, I really dislike that. Right, let's refresh our buffs as we move on to the next bit.
Your grave awaits.
Run into the middle, put down a slow time, kill everything nearby. Although small ones actually don't need it. I suspect the extra damage from the arcane orb is really concentrated when it impacts, but hard to tell without actually seeing the snipe code or doing some proper, like, full-blown testing with fixed damage weapons and watching very carefully in slow motion how much damage is being output.
The Rift Guard.
Okay, Rift Guardian time. Who are we going up against? It's Reziel! Let's stand just out of that. Oh, geez, he actually, like, hurt me for a moment there. Let's just stand back a tiny bit.
Need more time.
It must have been something concentrated directly on me because I didn't actually notice it. Ooh, yeah, that potentially hurt for a bit. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Don't care about any of your crap. Let's stand out of that just for a moment. We'll put another one of those down. Stop throwing your lightning. I'm the lightning person. I'm more lightning than you'll ever be. Ow. Fine, okay, you've got a little bit of lightning going for you, but really, I'm the boss. 6 minutes 31 seconds remaining. That was okay. A source, bracers, and some good loot. We could have upped the difficulty, there was a lot of time left on that. So, Wreath of Lightning, upgraded. Bane of the Trap, upgraded. Simplicity, Strength, upgraded. They're all 100%. There's no chance we can fail them. Put a point into life
I am
and
returning to
head
town.
back to town. Obviously, Town Rasher's Orb, and I think that's Wazajian armbands. Town Rasher's will go in the cube. Will go in our stash. And Wazajian will probably just get chucked. Put under the hammer. Recycled into something more useful. So, Tower Rusher, you can have that there. Slightly more damage than our Triumvirate. Wazachian, do we have one of these? No, we don't. Alright, well, that can, in theory, go in the cube then. Let's salvage up the rest of the stuff that we've got. And I think we will then very quickly talk to Gidala.
Hello there.
Give me a belt. Give me a belt. Give me a belt. 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 Belt.
What?
Belt.
I didn't even know I had that thing.
We've already got a Seaboll's Nightmare. Thanks for trying, Kadala, but alas, this time it was not to be. We will take 50 of these, and we will try and make... so we need 100 of these, 100, and then probably off camera I will farm up some Death's Breaths. But we will at least try making 2. So 1. Oh, it's another Thunder Gods. And 2, and it's Blackthorns. Jesus. Alright, well those are going to get salvaged right now. That was a little bit disappointing. But I'm quite happy with how this character has panned out and how survivable we are. We're obviously going to keep pushing on and try and complete all of the different champion objectives. At the moment we're working towards the Greater Rift level 40 solo and also getting our 3 legendary gems to level 35. We need more money, we need more power, we need a hell of a lot more stuff, but stick with me and we will keep pushing forwards with this, our lightning build. Thank you very much for watching everyone, and join me again next time for more Diablo 3. I'll see you soon.